We're in Carmel, California at the Carmel River Beach on a photo shoot with Huntington Witherill, a multi-award winning photographer with a wide range portfolio that is just stunning. We're going to tag along on his shoot to learn his tips and find out how he captured his images from start to finish.
So in first assessing this pile of rocks here, which I think they call it a cairn.
It is a cairn, yeah.
There's a couple ideas that have occurred to me. One is to photograph it from this angle.
Yep.
And include the surf that's coming in the background, and use a neutral density filter to get a sort of a fog effect.
Oh, cool.
Which would sort of echo the fog that's going on in the background.
There you go.
In the frame that I have now, which I've now backed down to about 34 millimeters, to take in a wider view. Maybe 2-3 minutes ago, I saw a wave come through, and it had this tendency to balance out the light by having a bright area coming in. So what I would tend to do is wait, and I think we see a wave that may be coming into the frame. And it is.
Yep.
And so now I've taken it again.
And how long an exposure do you have here?
I don't ever check such things as a 200th at f8.
Okay, so you're going to stop the motion on that. It's not going
should probably be stopped.
Yeah.
Now, the next thing we could try, a couple of neutral density filters here, and let's just try a 6 stop, which is going to...
Wow. That is a dark one.
Yeah. Now let's see where we end up. So that exposure was a 1 second exposure. Of course, I didn't have the wave in it and really it's probably not the best idea. I think if we're going to slow it down, let's slow it all the way down. I've got a 10 stop.
Oh, nice. And we'll get a little motion from the fog, although it's already so kind of diffused. It's not going to really matter.
The fact that I'm using a wide angle lens here, it's very small in the frame to begin with, so it'd have to move quite a distance in order to register any movement. Okay, let's see where we are now.
10 stops, okay.
Yeah, now we're at 10 seconds.
Now we're...
So let's... And I see a wave starting to come in here. Maybe, maybe not. And you notice we got a... spotting problem over there on the dune. There's somebody walking over there.
Coinciding almost with our cairn.
Which is not a problem with digital, because we can take them out of the picture.
That's right.
Now, in this frame, these very small cairn right there, that is in the lower left corner of my picture, just a tiny bit of it, which I plan to spot out of the picture because it's visually distracting. And
you're already visualizing, you know, for instance, you don't want the little cairn in there because it's kind of pulling your eye away from the main subject.
Absolutely. One of the, I think one of the most important things when you're shooting is to keep in mind all the post-processing facility that you have.
Right.
It used to be when I was working with a view camera, for example, if you were looking through your frame and you saw telephone wires, you were pretty much out of luck.
That was pretty much in there.
Yeah. So here with digital, that's not a problem. It's what we like to call a Photoshop opportunity.
There you go.
So I'm not afraid to take things out of the pictures. I normally don't insert things into the pictures, but I don't have any problem with somebody that wants to do that.
Like move beautiful clouds in here or something.
Yeah. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, photographs are not real. They are stylized interpretations of reality, and they're a result of the decisions that each photographer makes about how they shoot it, what their exposure is, what they do when they get it in Photoshop or Lightroom or however.
Yes.
Or if it's film, how they dodge and burn the image. So there are no rules. That's one of the things I really like about
exactly. And that dispels any kind of idea that, for instance, Ansel said, you know, I'm not a realistic photographer. You don't have black skies. And, you know, he was manipulating it in both in the camera with the filters and then back in the darkroom.
Exactly. Most photographs, if you took them back to the original scene, you probably wouldn't recognize them, simply because they are departures from reality.
Well, that's art.
So,
It's your interpretation of life.
yeah.
What you're seeing, what you're visualizing.
What I do now is I walk around until I see what I want, and then I am conscious of where is my eye. When I see exactly what it is I want, that's where the camera needs to go.
Perfect.
Right there, where your eye is. Okay, now I'm going to do something here. I'm looking at this. It looks visually interesting, I think, the framing of it. The sky is really pretty bland.
It is.
So I'm going to use this opportunity. You wouldn't think you would do this here, but I'm going to take 3 exposures and do an HDR arrangement of this in order to bring out some of the sky.
Okay.
Okay, to put some texture, but tonal variance in it.
Yeah.
And I'm in a really precarious
I see that.
up here with the tripod, so
That makes it even more interesting.
yeah.
And I heard 3 exposures.
Yeah. And I spaced them 2 stops apart. So you've got 2 under normal exposure and 2 over.
Right.
And we'll see what happens.
Okay.
No guarantees. Because there's not a lot of contrast in the sky, we basically got fog, smoke, and a little bit of filtered light coming through. I will do my best to try to bring some more interest into the sky by increasing the contrast up there.
Right.
And I will probably try to open up these foreground areas with more contrast than you see here.
Okay.
Okay, so that's kind of my
That's your vision.
tentative plan.
Okay.
And obviously, when you go to post-process any image, you're really dealing with what you have at the time and what your feelings are about it at the time. You're no longer here.
Right.
So, it's always a photographer's right to change their mind and do something different if they think that's going to help. Again, this is really a stylized interpretation. So, and particularly with digital, a lot of that interpretation has to do with the tools you can use after you've made the photograph. Now that we're here, the last thing you need to do before you leave with something that's as glorious as this is you need to add to it. So I'm going to get a rock. Okay, so
Thanks for watching us, and be sure to subscribe. And we always love it when you leave your comments and let us know your questions. Like us and share with your friends, and be sure to follow Huntington on his website, which is
huntingtonwitherill.com.
there you go. And follow me on Instagram, and we'll see you again next time. Be sure to get out there and capture your own images of life.